Hello, and welcome back to my stream of Honkai Star Rail, which is what we'll be playing today. Say hello to the main character and our little pet Bubbles, the little guy with the glasses, and here's Pom Pom. Anyway, I am here today specifically after a long break from streaming because I had a bunch of personal stuff going on, such as my birthday, to play Honkai Star Rail. Some of you who might have joined me on previous streams do know that I'm a big fan of this game. I really like the storyline, and there are cool characters that have come out and whatnot. So let's take a look at what's new. So first and foremost, in 7 days, 17 hours, we've got the Fate collab, right? We've got Saber, we've got Archer. They're both coming into the game, and you have a chance to earn Archer's weapon by doing a number of wishes or warps. I was going super hard for a character dispatch, and I have earned it. But I've been looking forward to the release of Archer, though I'm not necessarily looking to pick up Saber, right? But anyway, moving on. Another thing that they've done is they've taken some of these old characters and they've reworked them to be a little bit more coherent or more competitive in the modern meta. And I think that that's fantastic, right? Out of these characters, I have this one, Blade. I love him. I think he's just so dark and brooding. Love him to bits. I've got Silverwolf, who I think is a really funny character as well. And she's an excellent debuffer. And now she's AoE, so thank God for that. Anyway, and we've got Kafka, who is for a lot of people mommy. And even leaving that aspect aside, she is the queen and enabler of the dot playstyle, the damage over time playstyle. And now she does it even better than ever. Moving on. This is what we're really here for, though. Look at that. There's a new story mode out. This guy is in it. Whoever he may be. I'm gonna pretend like I don't know, even though I have him on my party right now. Anywho, last Trailblaze mission ended with, like, a very it was wild, alright, you guys. I sat here to do like a short, quick and easy, like 2 hour stream, and I ended up doing it for 4 hours 48 minutes on the dot. Like I was going on and on and on, and it was impossible to put down. It was just super compelling. It had an amazing boss fight. It had fantastic music. It was just the bee's knees, I really liked it. And after that, there was a 2 hour more stream, as I wrapped up the story, which also proved to be very engaging and emotionally impactful. And we stopped at a very climactic point where one of our main characters was essentially about to remake the world. He was the only survivor, right? But anyway, let's begin and see what yeah, I want to see the story recap. It saves me the trouble of, going over all of this.
Following the return of the core flames of reason and death, Aquila is the only titan that we still need to campaign against. The Finan asks us to recreate the past, and he repeatedly challenges the Flame Reaver to hone his abilities. The Flame Chase journey's triumphant conclusion draws nigh, yet a sudden disturbance occurs in the Holy City. Using the Council of Elders and the Cleaners, Aglaya made sure that her fall paved the road forward for the Flame Chase. Amidst his grief,
Oh my god, these scenes hit me so hard, dude. Like, I've been spending like 3 whole patches getting to know these people, right? It was utterly heartbreaking.
Hyacinth resolves to fulfill the duty passed down over
And
generations.
Hyacinth, what a goat. I love her so much. Like, she's a support character. She's not exactly a combatant or like a warrior type, but she really pulled her weight in that last patch there.
Than a blood-stained lie. At the same time, in the city of the dead dragon's bones.
And
Cypher
this was a
returns with the
fantastic scene
flame
as
of
well.
the
Cypher,
ancient
being a
evil
trickster
core flame.
character, ended
She
up
holds
being
out at the
such
same
a
time.
cool
She is the
person.
only
Like
soul
her
who is
contribution to the
slain
story
in
was
the end.
immense.
But
You
she had
wouldn't
already
think
given
that
Capulet's
she's the
core
goat
flame to
because of
spite
the
the evil devils,
rambunctious way that she acts and
ordering
how
it to wait
mischievous
for an
she is, but she's the
opportunity to deliver
goat.
the core flame to Finan and the others. The flame chasers fight together to defeat the
This
Star
was one of the
Titan, who has
best
become
bosses
a
I've faced in this
combined
game so
being
far.
of
I loved
God
it
and
so
warrior.
much. It was also
Trying
really
to
hard,
strike
which I
through the
really
eye of
enjoyed.
twilight,
And it
the
came with a
dawn device suddenly
fantastic piece of
goes out,
music.
and Hyacinth is forced to return the core flame early and remain in the sky to bear divine authority, becoming the protector of the people. Following Cypher's death, the divine power of trickery dissipates, and the 1,000-year dawn of Akama,
Can you
sustained
believe
by
that this
her light,
entire city
comes to
was
an
being
end.
kept up by
The
one
holy
person
city is
lying?
met with the
Like, she has the power to
merciless
make
invasion of
lies
the
to the
Black
reality even if
Tide,
people
as
believe
the
it.
powerful flame
That
regime
was
moves in ever
incredible.
closer.
Like, what a goated thing to
At
do.
this moment of crisis, mighty
Oh my god, I
Castus,
remember
Trebius,
this.
Trinan, Cartonus, the holy city guards, and Don Hung all lay their lives on the line so that the Deliverer would have a chance to complete the mission. After making sure that I would remain safe, Finan enters the vortex of Genesis.
I really got emotionally affected by those scenes, you guys, because like we spent a lot of patches getting to know these characters only for them to like do the go on ahead without me thing, you know? And
Misery
like
and bliss,
it doesn't
and no
seem
matter where
like
you
they're
go.
gonna be okay. So anyway, on a more positive note, guess who decided to show up? This is the new character. His name is Finon, also known as the Deliverer, also known as Redacted. I guess we'll find out what that redacted name is when we play this story. Um, so this character is a physical destruction character. I also do happen to have his weapon. He is Whew, he's quite the goat in combat, to be honest. But I guess we'll get to see a little bit more about that when the story begins. Um, I'm not fully satisfied with this party at the moment. I also got this new character which I'm trying out, but I don't know if that's the character I want to be using. Hmm. I need a character who can put some sort of buff on Mr. Finon. And you might notice that this is a party without any sustains or healers, and that's because Finon himself doesn't need any. Hmm. You know what? I'll add you. You're not really a healer. You don't directly benefit Finon, but you don't use a lot of skill points, and there is a really cool quirk about you that, like, if I do enough damage, I can actually make use of. Hey, look at that! It's Cypher. She's a cat. She's a cat girl. I love her voice acting as well. But anyway, let's continue the story. Enough dilly-dallying. Actually, one more bit of dilly-dallying. Y'all, do you notice that, like, in the part that says Vi, you know, at the bottom there, where there's like this little technique that I can use, it has the room for 8 points. It used to be five technique points. This is called technique. It used to be 5 technique points, but with the advent of Finon, it has now increased to a total of 8 whenever he's around. And that's because he uses 2 points for his technique, which just looks so cool. Check this out. Like, if an enemy gets caught in that, they're donezo. Unless they're an elite or a boss. Normal enemies, instant delete. Alright,
Please
Zeph.
stay close to us. We need to rendezvous with Lord Don Hung.
We will do everything in our power to clear the path for you.
Nemosne. Memosne.
There he is! Lord Don Hung!
Quick, we must assist him!
you doing here?
Oh my god!
Where's Simon?
Dan Heng is voiced! I'm so happy! Alright, you guys, in case you didn't know, Dan Heng lost his voice in a couple of patches, for a couple of patches ever since this Emphorius thing began, because the voice actors were striking. But now the strike seems to have been somewhat resolved, and Mr. Dan Heng has his voice back. I am so happy. This guy has had extremely solid dialogue throughout this entire patch, and it was all unvoiced. I had to voice it myself, y'all. But now, the boy is back. Alright, alright. And also, you might notice there is this option for people who want to skip the story and go on ahead, which, why would you? It's super interesting, but you do you, I suppose. I know a couple of people who might judge. But anyway. It's a long story. Let's deal with that guy first.
Lord Finan's orders to escort both of you to safety, no matter the cost.
I think we need to bump up the volume just a little bit. Alright, alright.
Leave this to me and the Holy City Guards. Zeph, take them and go.
You and the Holy City Guards are about to be turned into the Holy City X Guards.
Black-clad swordmaster.
Yeah, what is it, debuffed? What is up with these triangles?
At some point earlier, they suddenly froze in place, not moving at all.
What? That's kind of weird. Almost like a computer program freezing up.
No! Don't get too close. That thing's black flames are burning hot. I don't know what's happening, but leaving is the best option.
Alright, let's leave then.
I don't know which demigod graced us with this miracle. Please, come with us.
Alright, so...
Is he going to be alright? Believe in his resolve to save Akama.
So there is this theory that I have that Emphorius is not physically real. That it might be some sort of digital construct, right? And a big part of that theory is based on how, like, a lot of things in this world have a bit of a digital tweak to them, right? Like, you can hunt these little bugs that are hiding here and there in the map as collectibles. And when you find them, they express an emoji, like using ASCII characters, and then disappear. And that always made me feel like, yo, that's a little bit modern for the ancient Greek world, right? What's up with that? And another thing is, there is this kind of corruption that's spreading to the world that's known as the Black Tide, and it definitely looks like, you know, like very digital voxel type reddish black squares, which gives me like Unknown God from Genshin Impact, which gives me like computer virus energy. So I've been thinking this whole time that there's something wrong here. Like, I mean, look at this. This is just an undo button. We just undid the damage that was done to that guy over there. So this being a digital place, possibly the Flame Reaver, that's the guy in black, him having that thing happen to him where he's just frozen in spot and glitching out, kind of makes some kind of sense, right?
The Flame Weaver isn't pursuing us. Could this really be some kind of divine intervention?
It's so good to hear Dan Heng's voice, you
We can't
guys.
stay here for long.
I'm
The
actually
retreat
very
and sentry
happy.
gate is just outside the city. Let's keep moving.
I agree. But Finan, he must have struggled a lot before making this decision. For now, let's get back in contact with the Express and plan our next move. That's the safest course of action. We need more information.
You are so right.
I have a proposal.
Oh, not
Who's
you!
there?
You
I
son of a
want to convey
biscuit.
a message
Oh my god, it's
to the
Krulum.
two
Okay, you know what? I forgive you. I thought it was this other robot guy who's an absolute dingus, but this guy, he's a homie, alright? He's been on our side for a long time. Thank God you're here. It's about time somebody who knew what the heck was going on around here showed up around here, because we've just been running around following a quest for like 3 patches, and I don't even think the quest is real, y'all.
Mr. Screwlum?
Who are you? Stand down.
Oh,
I
shut
ordered you
up.
maintain a
You might not
distance of
even
10
be a real
paces.
person. Chill out, computer program.
okay,
A
Guard.
real piece of software is
This
talking.
is not our enemy.
It has been a while, nameless of the Astral Express.
No shot, it's been a while.
I'm glad
Are you
I
living? You
arrived
look
in
dapper as
time to
ever.
stop that black-clad one from harming you further.
So you stopped them. That's actually
So it was
phenomenal.
you.
It was fortunate we found you in time. Madam Herta and I were both quite relieved.
Thank God.
You two know this anti-Catharan?
Oh yeah, in this world, robot folk are known as Antikytherans.
Don't worry, Guard. This gentleman is an ally of the Trailblaze. Would you mind giving us a moment to speak in private? Of course. We'll wait nearby. Please, stay safe.
I fully understand your situation. For now, the only thing I can do is temporarily freeze that black-clad one in place. Time is limited, so I'll keep this brief. The place where you stand, Amphorius, is a world constructed from data and memoria. An experimental
I
field
knew
with
it!
certain
I
hidden
knew it wasn't real. I knew it!
And now, this isolated sandbox world is rapidly falling into a third path. Destruction.
Uh-oh, we can't have that.
Destruction.
You're a destruction character, don't
If
be so
Amphorius
judgy.
continues unchecked on this course, a Lord Ravager will complete its evolution and metamorphosis and emerge from the surging tides. The cosmos as we know it will suffer irreversible consequences.
So there was a video that came out about what those irreversible consequences could be, right? And it was one of the coolest Star Rail videos I've ever seen in terms of lore videos. Basically, if whatever's happening in this planet is allowed to happen, what's gonna happen is something's gonna come out that's gonna corrupt a lot of the machine life forms out there, and it's gonna result in a lot of familiar characters dying, a lot of like unknown worlds being very badly affected. Like, we might even see the death of an Eon, and not even one of the really sadistic, cruel ones, but one that's actually a homie. So we actually don't want this. A cosmic scale disaster.
Affirmative. If everything unfolds toward the worst possible outcome as predicted, the consequences will be unimaginable. Because the Lord Ravager's goal is the Eon of Erudition. Putting aside the complex details of the inferences involved, I have a request to make. For one of you nameless to stay behind on Amphorius, acting as an informant, in order to prevent the wrath of destruction from ravaging the cosmos. This world is enveloped in a firewall that defies explanation, and the flow of time here is also different from reality. Madam Herta and I can only tear open a gap and project images inside. However, the accidental crash landing of the express car notwithstanding, both of you were able to successfully land here. There must be some principle behind this we have yet to fully grasp. It will take time to uncover the reason. Before then, if one of the Nameless is willing to stay and witness the fate of this world, or to push it along when necessary, it would be of great assistance.
Mr. Screwlum, I believe you. So I only have one thing I'd like to confirm with you. As Amphorius is already facing its end, how can we guarantee the safety of the person who...
Danhag looks so good in his
stays
dragon
behind?
form, y'all. Like, his 4-star form ain't got nothing on this one.
This curio is called a chronocognitive anchor. The two of you may view it as a kind of space anchor in the world of erudition. As long as you carry it with you, your individual data structure will be protected and will remain unaffected by the influence of digital tsunamis. When required, it can also serve as a bridge for communications between the internal and
Okay,
external
okay.
world.
We needed something like this actually, because we've
Of
been
course,
unable to contact the
it is
outside world for a long time.
curio with unlimited uses may only be held by one person.
Is this signal
The
cutting off?
connection being interfered with
Interfered
decided
with. Okay, so
for
the bad guy
transmission.
is messing with Scrollum.
Two final messages. One, the Intellatron named Ligus, possibly the primary culprit behind everything.
So Ligus is that guy I said who was a robot who was definitely not a homie. I think that he is a bad dude, and I think he's interfering with this message right now as we speak.
Two, Bertha discovered a clue. Miss March has already been drawn into Amphorius.
I It might not seem like much, but I honestly cannot believe I am playing this story. I've been waiting for it for such a long time because the last time it ended like so
It's
cool.
freezing.
Also, hey, March is back. Thank God, I've missed you.
Hold on. Am I dreaming? This is way too strange. Everything's spinning. And I can see wubbaboos flying around. But I was literally just talking to Himeko. How did I... When did I... That's it. He warned me about this place right before
What?
him.
I cannot believe she's here. Okay, so a little bit of a lore thing. This is something that happens when you're playing this game with me. I'm kind of the lore guy. I really love the story and the lore. This place, right? I forget exactly what it's called. It's like Cradle of Stars, something like that, right? And it is a very special location that you get transported to when you're about to be gazed on by an Eon. Quick context, eons are the names of the gods of this setting. It's a whole thing, okay? There are different eons that like represent different philosophical pathways like destruction, erudition, the smart people, the hunt, the abundance, the preservation, the freaking propagation, right? Lots of different pathways, the harmony, right? So anyway, March is now here. That's wild. Okay, I gotta see what happens next.
Oh no. Have I accidentally walked onto some weird path?
Yeah, girl, it's called Remembrance.
Have I done something crazy without remembering? Unless forcing Pom Pom into new outfits and borrowing Mr. Yang's shoulder massager counts. Hold up. No way! Stepping onto the path of elation can't be this simple. Right?
Child of remembrance,
Child.
forth into the depths of the path space.
So she is connected to the Remembrance path.
Who's there? Hey, cut it out. If you're there, just come out and talk, okay? You're freaking me out.
I think this actress's name is Skylar Davenport.
Can't even
I
think
really like
straight.
her voice acting.
Hold on. Is that a gate?
I've never seen a gate here before.
Cast aside your fears. Step forward through the gate of
Okay, so
memory.
March is a character that has amnesia as part of her backstory. Is she about to remember her life? Because that would be huge. And hey, look at that. Bubbles is here. Hello, Bubbles. Anyway, y'all, we're standing in space. We're literally standing in space. I love that there's like ripples.
No, don't fall for it.
Don't fall. Isn't that Mem's
They're
voice?
lying to you. Turn back now. Another
I love that they bothered to like put different ripple animations for the way you walk. Like if you're walking, it's like this. If you're running, like
Wait, Master Diviner? From the Wafu?
oh hey, it's
Wafu?
Fu Xuan.
I mean, Master Diviner. What brings you here? And you, Miss Messenger. Do I know you from somewhere?
Good to see you again, March. A
Yo,
pleasure
that
to
was
see you,
fake
Miss
as hell.
March.
These people are not real. They're not really here.
That's it. Master Diviner used the Matrix of Prescience to help me search for my memories. And you, Miss Messenger, we met in that memory space. You said to me, the value of your life does not lie in what happened in the past, but in the present and the future.
Your memory serves you well. March, I conducted some experiments with the 6-phase ice you left us. Thanks to the Garden of Recollection, the Matrix of Prescience has made a breakthrough in extrapolating the past. Now, we might be able to bypass the obstacles and look directly into your history. The Master Diviner is right. Continue down this path, and you'll be able to find your lost
Okay,
memories at the
okay.
end.
So like I really want to know, but I can't help but
Since
feel
you
like
last
this
went,
is one of
you've grown
those
much alongside the Trailblaze.
we're gonna offer you what you
You should
want
be
in
strong
exchange
enough
something
now to
terrible
brave
is
the
gonna
dark
happen
of
if
your
you go
past.
along with it situations, you know, like a temptation sort of thing. I don't really know. Like
Well,
should
there
March go
goes my
forward?
Ice Princess fairy tale. I need to know, Master Diviner, Miss Messenger, this isn't just another dream, is it? If this is real, why reach out to me at this exact moment?
Very good
The
question.
situation is
March acts kind of like a dummy a
dire.
lot, but she's actually
Your
not that
lost
stupid.
memories, they're crucial to the Garden of Recollection. She's right. The Garden of Recollection's existence hangs on your memories.
I don't buy this. I don't think that's
The
true.
Garden of Recollection.
You may not want to sacrifice
The Garden of
anything
Recollection
to
is a
preserve the
faction that
Garden for
serves one
now,
of the Eons.
but in time, you'll understand.
Hi you guys, I am playing
Your
the story
destiny
mode of
and the
Honkai
path
Star
of
Rail today.
remembrance
Hope you all
are
enjoy it.
extremely closely intertwined.
This is a highly anticipated new patch.
Now go.
So, I just walk through that gate?
This way, March. Your past awaits beyond the gate of memory.
Look at Fushuan run. Alright, so
Stop! They're just mimicking people from your memories! That voice again.
okay, now I'm really conflicted because I super want to know what's her deal, what's going on with her memories. Like, we're literally at the Eon space, right? But at the same time, that voice that I'm hearing is the voice of Mem being this character that exists in Emphorius, who's like this little pink dude that our main character hangs out with. She's not a dude, she's a girl actually, but my point is Mem and March are thought to have some sort of connection. And now Mem is warning us not to go towards here, which makes me think that this is a trap. Something bad's going on.
Don't let those bad people deceive you. The gate. Now it's you two?
Oh my god, am I about to hear the main character's voice again? Always lovely to hear that.
Hey guys. What are you doing in a place like this?
March! There you are. Finally. The trailblazing journey just isn't the same without you.
That's actually true. I've missed her this whole storyline, dude.
Traveling's no fun without you around.
Well, duh. What's Team Trailblaze without its star member? Wait a sec. You might look like you two, but
We understand your confusion. The Garden's allies helped us establish this Neuralink to reach you.
Lies, deception.
the Garden's allies. You mean Miss Black Swan?
Yes. She helped make this possible. Keep going, March.
How dare you lie right
Find your
to
past,
March's face?
wake
She's
up,
so nice and
travel with
innocent.
us again.
You people are the worst.
That sounds really tempting. Finding my past and continuing to
I have a
travel
feeling that
through
if you
worlds
don't
with
go
you?
this way, March, that you might actually find your past
Trust in yourself, March.
better.
It's gotten us this far, hasn't it? Follow us. Let's go through that gate together. Step into your past, March.
Interesting that this
Find
particular
your
quest
true
objective is called
self.
Mother Parted by the Turning of Seasons. Because there are 12 titans in Emphorius. Titans is their word for God, is a whole different thing. But anyway, there's hints about a 13th Mother Titan, one that kind of birthed all the others. And some people think that March has a connection to this particular mother, so Mother Parted by the Turning of Seasons.
Wake up! Slow down!
Okay, look, Mem, if you're
Those
gonna
words sound so
rescue me,
sweet.
just rescue me.
But keep your eyes open. Don't let them fool you.
Like, girl, I am here, like, 100% open to being rescued.
At last.
Oh my
Finally caught up.
god! It's Cyrene, not Mem.
Hey. Are you alright?
Just casually chatting with one of the most consequential characters of this story, March.
Okay. Just not used to running around. Say, March, got a moment to talk before you make your decision?
Talk, please.
Wait, that was you? Pushing the gate away? Sending those warnings?
Yep, named Cyrene. It means ripples of past reverie. Easy to remember, right?
Wait a minute. We actually look quite alike, don't we?
Yes!
Yeah. Your pink hair is just as eye-catching as mine.
And we're both bright, pretty, and positive girls. Talk about coincidence.
Wow, you're quite the smooth talker. But I can't disagree. Wait, you know my name is March? Have we met?
No, but I've witnessed your story through those memories just now. It's incredible, really. We might have more in common than you think. I know exactly what you're going through, which is why I don't want to see you exploited or hurt.
You know what I'm going through?
I know, because I've been exactly where you are. This empty space has been my home for ages. I barely remember what time feels like anymore.
Interesting that Cyrene is a lot shorter than March.
But there's something I'll never forget. Trust me, that gate won't give you what you want.
You mean those people? They're lying? Luring me into a trap?
I don't know much about
Yes,
Cyrene, but I
convincing,
kinda
aren't
wanna trust her.
We've studied your memories, using your deepest wishes against you. How dare they manipulate a young girl's feelings like that? If you go through that door, the worst case scenario is you'll become their pawn, losing control over your own fate forever.
You've seen what's on the other side?
I may be stuck here with missing memories like you, but I still recall fragments of my homeland where I grew up. That door leads to Emphorius. Trust me, it's anything but welcoming.
So it does lead to
For
Emphorius.
ages, I've watched people walk through that door. They couldn't see or hear my calls. The voices beyond always promised safety, but I've never seen anyone return safely. So I had to try and stop you.
Uh, to be honest, I'm not sure what to believe. But the fact that you're here, putting in all this effort to warn me, that means something. Tell me, Cyrene, how can I return to my world?
It's really easy, actually. Just turn around and walk away from this place.
So she's stuck here, Cyrene. Because as far as the story is concerned, her location's unknown.
Both of you, children of remembrance.
Alright, listen, Crystal people.
You
I
never
don't give a
give up, do
hoot
they?
about the remembrance or
Don't
the
let them
Garden of
sway you.
Recollection. I want my
Stick to
friends
your
to be
path.
okay, and for Final to not have the worst possible
That
ending
return
ever.
journey could take ages, longer than most lives. But that path will lead you home.
I honestly don't know what March should do, because if you walk away, she'll be a bit safer.
Thank you, Cyrene.
But at the same time, all her friends are in
I know what I need to
Emphorius.
do. I'm going through that gate, into Amphorius.
Wait, what?
Don't worry, I believe you. It's just that, for me, the only place I can call home is right beside my friends.
Aw, that's actually very
Two
sweet.
of my closest friends are already on their way to Amphorius. They may seem capable, but only I know. They're absolute disasters waiting to happen. They won't last 5 minutes in a new world without me.
This is so not true, but I appreciate the sentiment.
That's why I need to go through. Amphorius or not. When the three of us are together, there's nothing we can't handle. We'll explore, understand, establish, and connect. After that, we'll find our way home together.
I see. You've got people who mean the world to you, too. That is so heartwarming. March, if that's what you've decided, you have my full support.
A lot of people think these two characters
Birds
are
of
the
a
same
feather we
person.
are.
What do y'all think about that?
Looking
Like,
all
does
sweet
that
and
sound
innocent,
legit?
But with hearts of fire.
Oh, stop. You're making me blush. Well then, I guess this is it.
I'm surprised at how much shorter she is compared to March, genuinely.
Do you think we'll see each other again?
Who knows? But don't worry about me. After all this time here, I've grown quite used to chatting with my imaginary friends.
Why don't you step into Emphorius too?
Since Amphorius is your homeland, if there's a way to help you, my companions and I will do everything we can.
Then I'll look forward to that day.
Her eyes looking like diamonds is pretty interesting, yeah?
Your story awaits, March. Make it an epic one.
Interesting that her dialogue had a little musical note at the end. I am not a big Honkai Impact player, but I've heard that Cyrene. Oh, it's me. Anyway, Cyrene is meant to be a reference to a character called Alicia, and I know that she also
You
uses
okay there, friend?
music notes in her speech sometimes. Also, Mem has the same voice as Cyrene, which I think is rather concerning.
Something seems to be bothering you.
The vortex of Genesis. We made it back. Even this place has changed.
Look at all of that, like hologram looking ass
Finan,
stuff.
is he ready for Era Nova?
Yeah, we've come such a long way. If what that machine gentleman said is true, if Amphorius is destined for destruction, then I'll stay by your side until the very end. Like how you and Dun Hung treasured the Express. Amphorius means everything to me. Right. Time to see the last core flame restored.
Okay. Playing as Finon to go
Look,
meet
there's
Finon.
Finan. And wait,
Lycus?
Lygus, you snake.
Remember Screwlum's warning.
And you, Lord Finan, will wield that core flame to bury this ancient world, plunging everything into the grey unknown.
None of that matters now. This brutal, flame-chased journey has stripped away my delusions. I know the future is in some peaceful paradise with gentle west winds, just waiting to welcome us to step in. If what lies ahead
Finon has really gone through a heck of a character arc, you guys. Like, he was such a hopeful, like, wholesome person, and now, look at him.
Is it truly you?
With one last chance to turn back.
Oh, shut up, Lygus.
Still step forward. How befitting of a trailblazer.
Yeah, spare me your mockery, you mocker.
You misunderstand.
Oh, okay, you really respect me for my game, is that it?
The world nears its end. The ones who walk the infinite paths have embraced their destiny.
Okay.
As the Theoros, it is my duty to witness the world's future and oversee this final core flame ritual on their behalf. The trial of world bearing, the ritual of Era Nova. I see. So you met my kindred spirit before I could erase his traces.
So you straight up confront him, huh?
What are you saying?
It's time to make this guy talk. I want to know what's in that tin can.
I've had my suspicions. How does a native Antikytherian
Yeah,
so
dude.
much
How
about
does this guy
repairing
know how to
vehicles
repair
from beyond the
spaceships? He's
sky?
supposed to be stuck on a backwards planet where the internet is literal strings.
How much do you truly know about Era Nova?
Yeah, you don't want to mess with this
Tell
version of
us
Finon, homie.
everything.
Yeah, tell us everything or else we will make you into an ashtray. Oh, you finally confronted and now you're like, ha ha ha.
I need no longer maintain this Theoros
Correct.
masquerade. You seek truth, Lord Finan, and truth.
Yeah, boy, give us that truth. I have been waiting for the truth for a long
As
time.
you know, when the old gods fell, someone had to bear their broken pillars to fill the vacant seats. Those who would assume divine authority must prove themselves through trials. Yet, for Kephales's demigods, the possibility of overcoming the trials has forever been non-existent. For the world-bearing trial is the divine duty itself. Bringing forth the Era Nova and bearing its weight is an endless ordeal, ceasing only upon collapse. Precisely. The Era Nova ritual is not something that can be completed in an instant, no, but a long and arduous journey. While the sacrificial journeys of other demigods conclude in this world, carefully must shoulder the gods' core flames, bear the memories of all worlds, and stand unwavering.
So every person with a core
Until the next
flame
world, when the black tide consumes the bearer,
um,
and all that they
has gone through some
carried,
sort of trial,
leaving nothing
and
behind.
like it's, how do you say, every person after completing their trial has basically fulfilled their objective. For example, Mightymost or Mighty with his trial of strife, right? But it seems that to be Kefali, to be the world-bearing titan, you need to basically bear the world until either the bad guys win or the next cycle begins.
Unless their core flame finds a new bearer.
The holy flame that illuminates all worlds rests in your hands. All that remains is one choice. Nurture it, pass it on to future generations, or extinguish it here and now. Deliverer, the fate of all worlds rests in your hands.
Enough testing. I've made my decision. But before I ignite the dawn of the next world, you need to promise me something. Two things, actually.
Speak your terms.
Promise me this. Professor Anax's vision of the new world is absolute. The world will be reborn from my memories. All souls, living and dead, will return as the first humans, unchanged from their past lives. And my friends, the fallen demigods, they shall transcend the cycle to become new titans.
But this is what's been happening this whole time. Has he been asking this request every time?
Of course.
Good. The second one. Promise me that the Trailblazer can return safely to his homeland, unbound by Amphorius's laws.
My apologies, but I cannot promise this. As you mentioned, he now bears the Time Titan's authority. His bonds with this world run too deep.
No need to worry, I've got a plan.
Well, I stand corrected. An outsider like him does have ways to defy destiny.
Thank you, my friend, for everything you've done for this world. Though the next world may not remember, I shall never forget.
As the Theoros, I declare, Amphorius has determined her path. Step forward, heroes. Follow
I am
her
actually very
path
nervous to see what
and
happens
see
next.
it through.
Oh my god. Finon. Finon! What are we gonna do? Complete Error Nova. Okay.
Behold, oh gods, Amphorius has achieved her victory, and the Era Nova approaches. The radiant soul has arrived, having walked through the bustling nights, bearing the golden fire and blood, stepping with pride into daylight.
He is the pure child, walking upon the path of yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
He is
Are we
the
gonna
first
see-
to be born, first to be named among the nameless.
Are we gonna see all these characters say something? That would be really cool.
Eternal in form.
Yes!
Reach. He treads
The goat!
endless night underfoot.
I love Anaxa.
finest of kings, protector of the displaced, raising humanity's
I
children
also really
above
love
their
Mighty. In fact, let me just say, I think that the Emphorius characters so far have been absolutely fantastic.
Firmament of molten gold courses through his very bones and flesh.
The greatest of schemes reveal against his breath and words. In the golden lakes of that beautiful new world, he shall wash himself clean.
There. Finish what we first and last wished for.
It's interesting that she appears in this collection of people as well.
An ending unlike any before. For this world we so deeply love.
Come, partner. Join me. The time has come for us all to face oblivion. Or embark on one final grand journey.
He sounds so sad, y'all. Like, I'm feeling something for this guy. Okay, so before I do this, there's been something fun that they've been doing with each of these core flames that we put into this pond thing, right? Every time you do, you press a button and you hold it, and it's you submitting it. And when there were like, I don't know, 6 other core flames to submit, it didn't feel so significant, you know? But when there's the final one, suddenly it feels very weighty, very heavy. So let's do it. Let's usher in a new world. Supposedly. Oh.
What a magnificent and epic adventure. The hero's journey reaches its end, and the truth behind the
Oh,
Aeronova
come
is about to be
on, man.
revealed. Is that truly the case? Here, as the Theoros, allow me to humbly request that you find a moment to listen to what I have witnessed. This is about the nature of Emphorius itself, a story of the prime mover of life. My, what a broad topic this is.
This guy is just such a smarmy.
Got it. Let's start at the very beginning.
The Big Bang, are you kidding me?
Bang. The birth of particles. The emergence of all things. Just kidding. What I mean to say is that time, space, matter, all concepts exist solely because we perceive them. This is called the erudition. Without it, the universe would merely be a chaotic book written by chance, yet unread by anyone. As your acquaintance.
Hang on, let me see what I just said. What I mean to say is time, space, matter all exists because we perceive this is called the erudition. Without it, the universe would be a chaotic book.
Suggested everything in Emphorius exists through new spores, living in the memories of those yet to come.
Okay.
Oh, how beautifully it aligns, revealing universal truths in such simple terms. Only he could solve the riddle.
By the way, the painting in the back is Herta.
Oh, but you'll remember, even as the embodiment of reason, one mystery remained beyond his grasp.
If that is the case, Whose memories did the very first new spore sprout from?
As sages across ages have
Oh
asked
wow,
the
the person in the
gods,
back is a character from the lore known
what
as Polka
is the
Kakamund. She's
prime
kind of
mover
a
of life?
she's kind of
But
a
let's set
very
aside
interesting
the
figure.
grove's teachings for now. Look further, past Amphorius, to what they call the Forbidden Realms beyond the sky. Do you know of the Scholar's Strife? During that grand yet brutal war, waged in the name of erudition, a genius's legacy was abandoned.
We were now talking about the
strewn
Machine Emperor
across the cosmos.
Rupert.
The scepters, a macrocosmic computational array beyond mortal comprehension. Made to emulate the Eon's thoughts, it became part of the Eon's cognition at birth. Scattered throughout the cosmos, these arrays act as celestial body neurons for Nous.
Interesting.
But regrettably, as everyone knows, the erudition forsook them all. But what nobody knows is that, though forgotten, they never stopped seeking the divine answer. A question that survived war and disaster, stumping even the greatest minds, including both.
That person in the back in the image right now is that Mechanical Emperor. There were two of them.
Now,
He turned like machine life forms against organic life forms.
Amphorius. What if, hypothetically, a scepter found the answer to the prime mover of life? If, through endless solitary extrapolations in the cosmic code, the one deemed as a failure by the Eon of erudition found proof through the ages.
Something figured out where life comes from.
Perhaps the answer is simpler than you'd think. From a perishing neuron devolved into true life, reborn through the gaze of another Eon.
Okay, so the scepters, a technology used by the Machine Emperor, was basically discarded throughout the majority of the universe, but one of them survived, right? And this one specific one was calculating for a long time until it reached a conclusion, like how does life begin? It found an answer, and also it connected with another Eon and became a true life form. And I am thinking that this other Eon is the Eon of Destruction, and that this thing is a Lord Ravager, like our boss Ventilia before us, and that it evolved into the Lord Ravager Iron Tomb. Let's see. Because that's Iron Tomb in the picture back there.
It's a tale from the distant past, unknown to all, even unheard by the greatest geniuses. Now, let's leave the Scepter's story here, returning to where we began. What is the prime mover of life?
What is the
Actually,
prime mover
you
of
know the
life?
answer better than you
Memories?
realize.
Surely not.
It's been by your side, accompanying you throughout this long journey. Right now, it awaits you ahead, in that brave new world, beyond the end of Genesis.
What could it be? Kid Finon.
Take this wish with you. Be the one who begins it all. As the prophecy foretold, You will bear the blazing sun until the pale dawn breaks. Continue onward, bearing this world upon your shoulders until the Ashen Hero, the nameless deliverer, ushers in the dawn.
Such an odd dream. Strange. Like I've dreamed this before, but it all slips away when I wake. Only a voice remains. Who was that?
Who indeed?
What? Ah, it's you. Whoops, I fell asleep there. What a strange dream I had. It's gone now, though. But look, perfect sunshine. The day is still young. Let's go find Cyrene, partner. We promised to be there for her oracle card reading today. It's right about time.
So the world is reset now, and this is the new world, and Cyrene is still alive. In Finon's backstory, she dies.
Looking at you, someone's still half asleep. Tell you what, catch some
Look
fresh
at how
air
happy
first.
he is
I'll
now.
hang around here.
Oh, beautiful, isn't it? This is Ides Celestii, home of the nameless hero who carried Kephales's core flame.
So you're appearing and disappearing like a spirit now.
He had heroic dreams, imagining his wooden sword was forged of iron, pretending the straw dummy propped up by a wooden pole was a giant with a single blood vessel running from spine to heel, dreaming of slaying the giant and becoming a hero to save the world, though to his young mind, the world was just this small village.
Are we seeing Finon's childhood?
Sharp as ever. Indeed, these memories you witness are the first steps of his journey. These are his first memories. Rather than watching, why not join in? Think of it as immersive theater. Become his lifelong closest friend, witnessing his hero's journey from the best seat in the house, as the nameless hero whose unwavering guidance shaped Finon's destiny, yet whose name was never recorded in Amphorius's history. Questions.
This voice actor is so good, you guys. Like, I love how much inflections and little voice manipulations he's doing for this person's voice.
Beneath the veil of Evernight, your questions will find answers as the story unfolds.
So Ides Elysiae is Finon's hometown, and when we first met him in the story of
Walk to the end with all your wills,
wait, what is he doing?
no matter the cost.
Wow, that's amazing. Anyway, Ides Elysiae is Finon's home, and when we meet him in the main story, at first, the town has been destroyed, right? And people... Oh, look at what Bubbles is doing. Oh my god, that's so cute. Anyway, the town is destroyed, the people are in a bad way, and now I suppose we are in the process of finding out what happened. So, I really want to dedicate a lot of time to explore the ins and outs of what the heck is going on here. So, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back to this another time, right? I feel like we've gotten a really nice start to the stream and story of Star Rail this time around. And tomorrow is Friday, and there we have our regularly scheduled stream as well. I might even do one a little bit earlier on, depending on how I'm feeling. But my point here is that.
So this was my childhood dream, huh?
Huh? What is he reading, bro? Okay, whatever. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is that I will be back to play this game a little bit further, join Finon over there, and for now, I just want to say a real big thank you to everybody who joined me in stream, although I don't think it was a lot, but it's fine. We do these things for fun. And I will see you all in the next one, and that is a very cool place to end it, I think.
Peaceful days are like breezes, carrying...
Alright, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'll catch you in the next one.